I've trained with DDP a lot. He's tough. He ain't gonna go away. You gotta dominate him. You gotta finish him. I mean, you gotta dominate him from start to finish, or you gotta finish him early. I mean, and I just don't see how Khamzat's going to keep that pressure. That his intensity you can only keep that for so long. That's not 5-round material. DDP is tough. He's tough as fucking nails. You know, people don't give him a lot of credit. He's just awkwardly. He's got weird timing and rhythm, and he's good. I mean, he mixes it up. He's very confident. And that's what everything's about. So he's got good grappling, decent wrestling, and some funky ass striking, but it fucking works. I mean, I don't go watch it. I don't go watch it every training session, but he's, you know, Khamzat, you know what he's gonna do. He's a fucking beast. He's a wrestler. He's a grappler. He's gonna get relentless pressure. He's gonna start fast and hard. And you know, can DRICUS take that? Can he take that first round, that first 2 rounds? I mean, that's what life's about for his opponents. Can they withstand the barrage? Because he's gonna bring it.
It's gonna be absolute chaos. I just think, you know, I don't see him coming in with a different game plan, and me neither. I'm going out there to attack. I'm going there to kill him. I'm not going out there to defend Khamzat's takedowns. I'm not going out there to defend. I'm going there to attack. So I think it's gonna look a little bit different. I mean, if you look at the Gilbert Burns fight and the success he had with Khamzat, that's a very, very good. Even with the Usman fight, Usman was, well, people don't just go and defend against him. He was forced. Usman was forced to defend, and he did a great job. And then he started with his offensive wrestling and you know, showing Khamzat that he's not the only one that can wrestle in there. I think that was a big key in that fight, which made it a very close fight. And then Gilbert Burns being an absolute animal, also not being scared of Khamzat wrestling and, you know, going for it, attacking. This game doesn't work by defense. You don't win fights by defending. You win fights by attacking.
There's a good chance CHIMAEV makes it look easy early. Remember that wild storm that DRICUS needs to weather. You know, that's no joke. So it might look like that. Or do we see DRICUS already giving problems? If you do, we know we're gonna see bigger problems later on. DRICUS is composed enough. He's got that grit and determination to get through that strangulation that he's got, that CHIMAEV's given him, to survive and put him in a safe enough position to get through it and then get out. Now the gas tank's down. You get what I mean? He's a problem solver. DRICUS is a problem solver. But CHIMAEV is that strong, and that is, you know what I mean? He could squeeze and that's it, game over. But if there's one little space, you know, if CHIMAEV's that good at not letting him make space at all and gets a finish, whoo, could definitely see it happening. But be sure that DRICUS, there's literally no more options at all. You know what I mean? You get a lot of people, he's like, oh, obviously, if you get tapped out, there's no options. No, people, there are options that they don't even know about. They just, oh, shit, this is deep. Oh, tap. There's a lot of little things you can do to manipulate position, manipulate their mechanics to give you that little bit of space. DRICUS is going to try and find them. Can CHIMAEV stop that from happening? Maybe. Let's see. But I am going with the underdog. In the co-main event, I went with the underdog. And and the main event here with DRICUS du Plessis, I'm going with the underdog. $2.65 here on Sportsbet. Incredible. Incredible fight this one's going to be.
I would say either Khamzat is going to try to wrestle. He's going to utilize wrestling. One, you don't want to get knocked out, and every fight starts on the feet, but he's going to utilize his wrestling. So I think as long as DDP can harness that chaotic thing that he has, create some chaos and come out victorious, then he can either defend off his takedowns and then put pressure onto a exhausted Khamzat. Or Khamzat is successful and, you know, we get a one-rounder or something like that.
It's a crazy puzzle to solve, because it's so, the way he moves, everything he does is so weird. The gas tank is crazy. The angles he comes with is very weird. But what we haven't seen people do to him is mixing strikes and takedowns. They all strike and then he shells up, moves back. They stop striking and then he gets another go. But I think what would be important in a DRICUS fight is hit him with a couple shots, make him shell up like he likes to do, and then push him against the cage, wrestle with him, get into the clinch.
Still leaning towards DRICUS because of the experience I have with training with both the guys. I just don't see Khamzat finishing him early, and I see DRICUS building in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I see him edging it out, but we'll see. Hopefully it never happens and I can jump in.
I feel that this fight can be as fast as the Whittaker fight. I think this fight can be really, really fast, but I can see this fight going to the 2nd, the 3rd round, and then I see some advantage for DRICUS, you know what I mean? Like, I think Khamzat, to make him stay on the ground and all that, and DRICUS is not bad on the ground, you know? So to make him stay on the ground and all that, if DRICUS can take like 1.5 rounds or 2 rounds, maybe Khamzat would be like fatigued for doing so much strength and all that, and then the fight's gonna get better to DRICUS, you know. Actually, right now it's hard to bet against DDP because he always shut my mouth, you know. I always bet against him and he always shut my mouth. So it's hard to bet against him, but it's hard to bet against Khamzat. It's just gonna be how prepared to the Khamzat style. That is not a wrestling style, it's a different thing. That's the mistake that people do a lot. They prepare to fight against a wrestler, and Khamzat is not. It's not pure wrestling. He has a system. He does something different. He puts jiu-jitsu on the wrestling, so he needs to be well prepared, not against a wrestler, but against this Khamzat style. And I don't know if he's gonna be ready for that. Like,
P is like, Khamzat's big, right? Khamzat's big. DDP's my size. You seen the picture of him and Bisping? Bisping's a big dude. DDP dwarfs big. DDP walks around about 240. Light heavy. DDP's huge. So for Khamzat, it's gonna be dealing with that mass, and he's durable and unorthodox. So the odds makers are gonna say, the first round, of course, if Khamzat wins, and if it ends before 2 rounds, it's Khamzat all day. I would extend that after seeing this to even the first 3 rounds. 4 and 5 is what I want to see. I want to see Khamzat in the 4th and 5th. And if Khamzat's lighting his ass up, because DDP is going to be tough to finish. So if Khamzat's in the 4th and 5th, finish him, then you got one. We got a real one. Yeah, I'm a huge DDP fan. I wasn't always sold on him because his technique's a little unorthodox. He's a little wild. So I'm like, something's going to catch up with him. But it hasn't. That motherfucker just wins. He's so tough. That's why, to me, like, this is such a great fucking fight. Such a good fight. Because DDP hasn't fought anybody like Khamzat, and Khamzat hasn't fought anybody like DDP. And if you look at Khamzat's fights, again, this can be the knock on him. Not from me, from the fan base. It's going to be Kamaru Usman. If that was 5 rounds, he probably would have lost that one. Again, he was dealing with a health issue. His fight against Gilbert Burns, that was 5 rounds. You know, that was kind of back and forth. If he fights like that, which he's not going to, their odd makers are going to sway towards DDP. But again, his fight against Robert Whittaker, you're like, what the fuck was that? Broke his jaw. Yeah, Robert Whittaker's the fucking real deal, man. Nobody what? Robert Whittaker? Bro, he's so good. He fucking dog-walked him.
I just don't think people have seen a lot of it, so it changes the game. I think if, Khamzat mentioned it, he said, Robert Whittaker took me down. He did. He got a good time takedown. I got up very easily. When Rob took me down, I got up with no problems, took him down, and I dominated him on the floor in a way where I was landing, I cut him, I was landing massive elbows. The threat of the choke was there the whole time, and the round ended. And I'm sure if that round didn't end at that stage, it would have been the end of the fight right there. But yeah, I mean, I guess people haven't seen too much of my grappling and wrestling that much, but at the end of the day, I'm a complete MMA fighter, and that's why I'm the best in the world. I can strike with anyone, I can grapple with anyone, I can wrestle with anyone, But when it comes to putting it all together, I'm the best in the world.
Plessis versus KHAMZAT CHIMAEV. How do you feel about this fight, and where do you see this fight?
Remember, KHAMZAT never have a conditioning problem before this. After COVID, it really messed him up. And I was there. He was bleeding, like throwing up like blood. But as far as I know now, he's in Russia, he's in camp, he's focused. It's hard to bet against focused KHAMZAT, healthy KHAMZAT, but also this Du Plessis guy. Like the way he wins, I was like, how did this guy win? You know, like he's just so tough, so durable. He's a warrior, man. He really is a warrior.